Namaste. In today's video, we're going to focus on Patanjali's Yoga Sutra 1.25. And in this Yoga Sutra, Muni Patanjali goes one step further in explaining the concept of Isvara to us. So let's look at the sutra and understand it even better. The sutra goes, Tatra Niratishayan Sarvajya Bijam. Let's hear that one more time. Tatra Niratishayan Sarvajya Bijam. Now, let's break down the meanings word by word and understand the sutra a little bit better. So, Tatra means there or there in it, which is referring to Ishwar. And then it says Niratishayan, which means unsurpassable. And then we come to the next word, which is telling us Tatra Niratishayan Sarvajya. So this Sarvajya means omniscient or all-knowing, and the last word is Bijam or seed. So what this sutra is trying to tell us is that the source of all omniscience, of the source of all omniscient beings, comes from Ishwar, or Ishwar is the source of all of this. So now let's understand this a little bit better. What does omniscience even mean, and what does it mean to be an omniscient individual? So when we look at the sutra a bit closely, we're told that basically those individuals that are capable of knowing something that is happening miles away from them, or that is happening, in a different city, in a different place, but just through their inner intuitive knowledge, they're able to grasp what is going on. Those are usually known as omniscient individuals. Now, obviously, it's very difficult for a person to be all-knowing. As humans or as individuals, we can't know everything that's happening at every given moment to everyone all the time. That's something very, very challenging, and it's not humanly possible at this given point at least. So that's why we're describing it as those people who might have the potential to do so, or the people who might have the potential to kind of tap into knowing a couple of things that may not be happening physically around them, but they're able to kind of understand them if they so choose to. So many times we've heard of omniscient individuals who are sometimes also known as clairvoyants in different languages, or they're just known as people that have a highly intuitive capacity to grasp things that are literally not happening around them, but they're able to use this source of Ishwaric knowledge to tap into that supra-consciousness or super mind field, as we call it, and then glean that knowledge and communicate it if they want to. So there are omniscient individuals, very few and far between, but they're known to exist. And so this sutra is telling us that essentially omniscient individuals, or people who are able to have a certain kind of knowledge, also come from that source of Ishvara. So Ishvara is that source through which they derive their omniscience quality, or that ability to be omniscience. And by saying so, automatically Patanjali is inferring that Ishwar is omniscient, or has the power of omniscience, and is sort of like the source of all of it. So now we're starting to understand Ishwar slowly and steadily. First, we were told that, okay, Ishwar is a Purusha Tattva, and it does not get affected by kleshas, it does not get affected by any kind of karmas, it does not have maturity of the karmic tendencies. And now we're getting more and more information that omniscience also comes from this Ishwar. It may not be looked at as the creator, destroyer, and protector, but it is definitely a level up from the Purusha Tattva that exists in all of us. And so this is a little bit of information now that step by step through all of the sutras, we're starting to get a little more knowledge on what this stands for. And in the upcoming sutras, Muni Patanjali peels away more layers and starts to reveal the understanding of Ishwar to us even more. Now, on a personal note, I'd like to mention here that I personally haven't met anyone that's omniscient, or I haven't come across somebody like that in my own life. But we also have to remember that these sutras were written or composed a very long time ago. And sometimes, we look at the world around us now and we wonder, oh my God, what are they talking about omniscience? I haven't seen anybody like that, so how is it even possible? But I think we have to leave a little bit room for, just accepting that probably something like this is possible. I don't know it, or maybe I don't know enough, or I haven't seen enough. But if this book is talking about it and they're very seriously explaining this process of yoga, perhaps in their time, this was a more common phenomenon than it is for us now. Because, for example, we have video communication platforms. We have so many different innovations today that if you told our grandparents about it, they would say, you're kidding, like this is just not possible. And it would be difficult for them to understand it. So I think we have to just kind of leave that room to remember that things change in just a couple of years. In the span of 2 to 3 generations, we have gadgets that we could not have ever imagined. And therefore, we're talking about sutras that were written thousands, hundreds of years ago. And of course, their time may have been different, and so we have to leave a little bit of room for that and kind of respect the sutras for what they are, instead of being like, oh, but I haven't seen anyone, so is the sutra right or wrong? I think we have to just leave it to understand it from a more intellectual standpoint, and remember that we don't know everything. And the quicker we accept that we don't know everything and there's much more that we yet have to learn about, we can be a little bit humble and we can accept that perhaps we don't know everything. And these sutras are probably talking about processes that are not so common in today's day and age, but we have to have the humility to understand that and still read these books and these Yoga Sutras and try to at least understand them a little further. So that's what I'd say personally, is that let's just be humble and let's just learn and keep understanding as best we can. So with that, we come to an end on Sutra 1.25. In the upcoming sutras, as I said, we're going to peel away a few more layers from the concept of Isvara and start understanding it a little further. So we look forward now to seeing you in the next video. Until then, please do share this video. Drop some comments below. Let us know what you thought about the video. Anything you think we can do better. Anything more you would like to hear about from us. Please let us know. And also, please do subscribe to our channel to support our work and to show us that you're interested in the videos that we're creating. We will now see you in the next video. Until then, take care, and we'll see you really soon. Namaste.